gold. It'll be DeAndre Davis at 6'7" and Ray Moreno at 6'10", tipping things off tonight. And the tip is controlled in the backcourt by the Braves, as the offense is run by Juwan Henderson, the 5'9" sophomore guard out of Atlanta, Georgia. Doesn't get much help on the screen. And the ball is deflected and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wintering.
Nice deflection there by Wintering. You can just see Alcorn State is coming out just a little bit flat-footed, not a lot of energy going into their offense right now. You want to come out, set the tone offensively, get yourselves moving, get the ball moving. Just get guys into a basketball atmosphere right now.
It's kicked out over to Hampton. As he works around a screen, pulls up left-handed three-pointer. Is good. He knocks it down from the top of the key for the first points of the game.
And that senior right there, he's definitely going to be a key part for them too. He definitely has the green light to go for them, and you can tell off of that shot right there.
And an offensive foul and a turnover here for the Pilots on their first possession of the game.
Not the way that Portland wants to start out, but hey, you bounce back. You make the small little turnover right now. Now you got to get it back on the defensive end. Alcorn State, though, also they can capitalize on this momentum right now and just start trying to build up some confidence for themselves.
And Moreno's going to be called for another quick foul there. He's averaging 3 fouls per game in just over 14 minutes and picks up 2 quick fouls here in the first minute of the game.
And they're fundamental fouls, too. It's just being out of position, not doing the little things early, just being out of place when it counts.
Davis up top to Vance. Now at the top of the key as they work it around the perimeter. Vance, fadeaway shot, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Moreno, whose feet might have slipped there a little bit. And a foul in the backcourt going to be called on Henderson.
And that's going to be an interesting, nice little matchup right here between Wintering and Henderson, because two small, little quick point guards like to be a little feisty. Should be an interesting matchup to see who gets the better of each other tonight.
Wintering averaging 12 points a game. Works into the corner now down low, and Moreno puts it up off the glass with the 2. And the Pilots get their first bucket of the night, a minute and a half in.
And I like what Portland did right there. They got the big fella established, get him involved in the offense tonight. That's the kind of things that you want to do, and he'll end up playing for you throughout the end of the game when you get him involved early.
Anderson finds Onwenu. Jump stop, turns around, shot no good. And it's going to go out of bounds as 3 Pilots were fighting for it and knocked it away.
You got 3 Pilots fighting for it, but nobody actually going for the ball with 2 hands right there on that rebound. Just simple, fundamental things that the Pilots just have to make sure that they capitalize on.
Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Wintering. Tries to push the tempo. Kicks it out. Presley launches a 3, no good. And it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by the Pilots.
And that's what Portland wants to do. That's a great shot for them. A great look by Bryce. Nice setup by Alec. You'll live and die with those. That's your strength, so you want to go with those tonight.
Henderson at 5'9", definitely has some agility. Passes it down low for Vance. Double teamed.
Nice help right there by Alec.
Long three-pointer is good. Knocking it down from downtown is Devontae Hampton. There was still 10 seconds to shoot, and he took the long-range 3.
He said, nobody's going to step up and challenge me. I'm going to go ahead and take this.
Wintering was fouled. I don't think we'll get the continuation there. Foul was on Juwan Henderson.
Wow. I definitely thought that was on the act of shooting, but I guess the ref decided differently.
So Rockman Kanambusi is going to check in now as Henderson will take a seat. Now into the corner. Cross-court pass, and Wintering will drive, put up the shot off the glass. Pretty lay in there from Alec Wintering.
That was nice. That was nice. Under control move right there. Nice ball movement right here. Gets him caught. Nice jump stop. Split the 2. Nice, easy money.
Nearly got the strip from behind. Three-pointer on the way. Wide open is stuck. And you don't see that very often.
No, you don't. That can definitely, that's very odd. Nope. Nope.
Well, there are plenty of guys tall enough to go knock that one down free. Not like when you're a kid in the driveway.
Right, having to go inside, get the broomstick, try to knock it out.
6-4 Braves here in the early going. And a loose ball foul. And that's DeAndre Davis. As Alcorn State with quick 3 fouls here in the first 3 minutes of the game.
And Portland, you can see, is right now is trying to get Moreno involved on the inside, and they can see the mismatch that they have.
Taylor from the free throw line knocks it down to tie the game up.
As you just see right there with Taylor just sitting in that nice little mid-range little floater right there. They're going to take advantage of their inside and try to utilize their mismatches that they have.
Shot on the way, no good. And Presley comes down with the long rebound. Outlet now to Todd. Goes up with it off the glass, lays it in, and the foul. As Jason Todd goes up strong to the rack, and he'll have a 3-point opportunity.
Nice look ahead right there by Bryce, keeping his head up, having the composure, looking up right here. Jason Todd's under control. Nice finish and one.
Todd at the free throw line, 5 of 7 on the young season. We talked about the free throws before the game. It's been a struggle for the Pilots so far here through the first 4 games of the season.
And surprisingly, for such a great shooting team as they are, they're really struggling from the free throw line, which is not usually the case when you have a lot of great shooters like they have.
And Taylor converts the 3-point play to give the Pilots their largest early lead here of 3.
There you go. See, now you see Portland picking up the pressure a little bit, trying to get their body language out of just playing flat-footed right now. They're putting a little bit of pressure on Alcorn. Now it'll be interesting to see how Alcorn bounces back from the pressure.
Devontae Hampton with 10 to shoot. Pulls up. Now here's Vance. In the corner now with 3 to shoot. Ball's loose on the floor, and they get the shot off. They do not. And a great job of pressure on defense by the Pilots, forcing the shot clock violation.
Great possession of defense right there. Everybody was talking, communicating, had Alcorn miscommunicating, trying to figure out even what to do on offense. And that's the kind of defense that Portland's going to have to play for an entire 40 minutes tonight.
Johnson to Presley for 3. It's good. Bryce Presley knocks it down.
Don't let this guy get it going. Once he lets it go like that and it's looking smooth like that, it can be a long night for the defense.
Trying to cross over around a screen. As the big man Vance has it, thought about the 3 for a minute. Now trying to split the defense, puts up the left-hand lane, is good. And Devontae Hampton showing some skills in the paint.
He's definitely picking up a little bit of confidence, and with 2 early buckets tonight, that got his confidence going, and now Portland needs to make sure that they do something defensively to try to stop him and stop him in his tracks.
Taylor has the pass deflected, but Hartwich has it. Now the freshman Jazz Johnson. Pass underneath, and Hartwich puts it up, and he uses his 7'1" frame to his advantage.
Nice finish right there. Nice look inside by Jason Todd right there. That was a great design right there by Portland.
Johnson stays all over Hampton. Now on to Digwu. Drives, puts up the shot, no good. I think that was an air ball. And it's stolen away by Todd, coming back the other way. Pulls up, pass it out for Johnson, launches up a 3. It's good. Jazz Johnson knocks it down, and a timeout taken on the floor.
Great composure right there by Jason Todd, coming down, recognizing that the defense is already back, was about to get ready to pull up for us.
Defensively, they aren't letting anything get inside.
I mean, you can just see that the Braves are shooting, what, 33% for the first 5 minutes of the game. So that's a testament to how good defense Portland is playing.
Again, applying the pressure, nearly forcing the turnover. Here's Johnson, turns around, puts up the shot, and that one goes as Patrick Owenu gets the bucket. Into the corner, 3-point shot on the way, no good from Tyson. And the Braves will control. Now here's Willett. He goes up with it. His shot no good. Jam putback is good from Owenu.
All right, big fella. I see you trailing the play right there. That was a nice little follow-up right there by him.
Owenu second on the team with 11.5 points per game. Three-pointer no good. Off the iron. Now Wintering launches a three-pointer. That one rims in. The friendly home rims for Wintering.
A nice friendly home rims, a shooter's touch, whatever you want to call it. It goes around, shoots, and now falls. There you go.
Ball deflected away. Pulls up from the free throw line. Shot no good with a foul. And that'll be on Jarrell Marshall, who just checked in.
All right, definitely that's the one cardinal rule for all basketball players is don't want to foul a jump shooter. If you want to be the second one off the floor, last one leaving the floor.
So Owenu at the free throw line. Trying to cut into this 8-point deficit. Knocks down the first one. Second free throw on the way. That one rims out, and Marshall pulls down the rebound. Now Wintering into the corner. Tyson thought about the three for a moment.
I want to see Hartwich get a little bit more aggressive in trying to find spots in the center of the paint right there, because there was a couple opportunities. He can have some easy layups, easy putbacks. Once again, watching, sticking out that hip, sticking out that leg. It goes hand in hand, both the point guard and the big man right there.
That's the third time now in the last two games we've seen that from Hartwich. Hampton, dribble drive, behind the back dribble, loses control of it. The Braves avoid the turnover. Stolen away by Wintering, coming back the other way, goes up off the foot, checked it out of bounds. An athletic play to knock that ball free.
That was what you call great hustle right here. Right here, Hampton can easily give up on the play, but he decides to go for it, realizes it, challenges the shot. That's the kind of energy that a team on the road needs, and that's the kind of energy that can basically win you a game, because that was pure just effort, no talent right there, just pure effort.
Dangerous pass. Wintering now sees the lane, kicks it out up top. Tyson wide open three-pointer. It's good.
Great look right there. Great setup by Alec. And now you just see how the pace is now picking up. Alcorn State picking it back up, pushing it right back at Portland. So this can definitely turn into a nice up and down game.
Reginald Johnson with the quick two. Now here's Marshall. Looking for some help now. Another wide open three, and that one's no good, as Livingston missed that one. Now Alcorn State coming back with tempo. Ball was nearly kicked, going up with it. Reckless shot taken, and Wintering will come back with it the other way. Some nifty dribbling as he tries to go coast to coast. Now kicks it out. Marshall wide open three, no good.
Ah.
And Vance was fouled. And with a whistle on the floor, and the Pilots leading this one 20.
My favorite holidays right there. Anytime you can talk about food, I can definitely get excited about
that. I had that exact discussion on my radio show the other day. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. You get food, football, basketball,
oh, man.
A couple of days off.
John, it just don't get much better than that, right?
Here's the pass underneath, and a three-point shot on the way from Johnson rattles out. And a foul underneath is going to be on Wintering.
And seeing right now, Alcorn State is doing a great job crashing the boards, and they're actually winning the boards right now, or it's tied up 8-8. And so Portland has to make sure that they're going to box out and put a body on guys out there on these long shots.
Here's Vance into the corner. And the shot rejected away and saved. Nice athletic play by Livingston to save that ball from going out of bounds. But it's stripped from behind by Henderson coming back the other way. Henderson has it stripped back now the other way. Teams trading turnovers here.
Man.
Livingston now to Wintering. Three-pointer is no good.
Great look right there. Great shot. Sometimes shots just don't fall for you.
Cross-court pass to Vance. And Henderson will set up the offense. Down to 10 to shoot. Now he splits the defense, puts up the runner in the lane, and it rims out, and Livingston will clear the rebound.
And see, and that's the kind of stuff that Henderson is going to have to do. He's going to have to attack the heart of that zone defense that Portland is trying to play right now, because otherwise they're just going to be out on the perimeter jacking up shots, which is what you don't want to do against a team like Portland.
Again, Henderson running the offense, waiting for something to develop, but nothing is.
And see, it's just windshield wiper passing that's going on, and now you just jack up a long shot, which is a pretty bad shot. There's no inside, nobody touching the ball on the inside.
Ball stripped away, maybe by his own teammate. Nice pass underneath, and Johnson has it swatted away by Marshall. Nearly lost control of it. Marshall goes up and under with the scoop shot and lays it in.
Nice little Iceman curve and smoothness right there. A little, nice little finger roll touch for you.
And a travel called as Sean Willett couldn't hold on to the ball. Take a look at that last sequence here.
Yep,
As Winter gets his pocket picked.
Now you see me, now you don't. Going back the other way, it's just a simple track meet right now on those two possessions.
And Livingston looked like he knew exactly what was coming right there.
Yeah.
So Moreno will come back in with 2 fouls. Just past the midway mark of the first half with the Pilots up 10. Presley crosses over, now into the corner. And a foul underneath is going to be on DeAndre Davis. And that'll be the 5th foul on Alcorn State.
That was a great possession right there coming out of that timeout. Portland got a good play set up for Moreno on the inside. Look at him working hard, staying low, keeping position, putting the pressure on Alcorn State, which is not their strength right now on the inside.
Long pass is knocked away, last touched by Awadigwu. Both teams playing a little sloppy here, a little reckless at times in the early going.
And that's the things what we were talking about, is that this was going to be a chaotic kind of game. Alcorn State was going to be scrappy. They were going to be flying all over the place, and Portland has to keep their composure, move the ball, be sound, fundamentally sound, triple threat when they're catching, and making sure that they're making sound decisions out there.
And a foul going to be called on Marquise Vance. So now the Pilots just 1 away from the bonus.
And see, and that's what you want if you're the Pilots. Now you're just 1 foul away from getting to the free throw line for the next 9 minutes.
Cross-court pass into the corner, catch and shoot 3, no good. And another rebound from Henderson, who's getting a bunch of rebounds off the Pilots' misses.
Isn't it great when the littlest guy on the floor is out there out rebounding amongst the trees?
And he's definitely got some athleticism. Nice deflection that goes in Pilots' favor. And a travel on Moreno. And already now for the Pilots, that's actually just their 3rd turnover.
And that's the pace of this game. And if Moreno just takes his time, takes a nice power dribble, powers up right there, he just got a little over anxious right there. Take your time. Don't let all the chaos speed you up. Know that you're the stronger and more superior person on the inside. Be strong, get a nice power dribble, and power up and finish that strong.
Again, the pressure forcing some dangerous passes. Vance nearly loses control of the ball. At the free throw line is Johnson into the corner now. A 3-pointer on the way from Willett is an air ball, and it's controlled by the Pilots.
See, the Pilots are kind of getting bailed out right now because Alcorn State is just missing shots.
And Presley knocks down another transition 3. his second triple of the game. He's got 6 points.
And you can see Portland, most of their threes are coming in transition. That's where these stops, they have to continue to get these stops, play their style of game, and get these easy transition threes. That
Single game tickets start at $10 for adults and $5 for kids. Get your tickets now through all Ticketmaster outlets or by calling the Pilot box office at 503-943-7525. For package and group discount offers, visit portlandpilots.com. Pilots leading it by 13 here with 7:48 and counting here in the first half. Presley with another three-pointer. That one's good, and Presley starting to feel it from the outside.
Nice play set up there. Nice wait, patiently coming off of that screen. Sees the big man sitting back off of that, knocks down the three.
Vance sees the lane, now kicks it out. Wide open three, high arcing three, no good. And a nice rebound pulled down by Taylor. Wintering finds Presley again, now cross-court pass. And Taylor launches a three from the top of the key, and it's perfect.
Nice, nice. Now the Pilots are definitely playing a little bit more like they know how to. They're driving, kicking, finding one another, stepping into nice rhythm shots. That's the difference now. They're actually stepping into those shots. As a shooter, you definitely want to make sure that you have some rhythm going.
Willett has it, working around a screen. Now finds Johnson, who takes a three, and he hits that one, and that ends the run by Portland for Alcorn State. Underneath, Taylor puts the off-balance shot, no good. But Moreno right there.
That was a great position, though. Great possession right there by Portland.
And
nice.
The touch from Taylor.
I like the way Taylor is playing on the inside right now. He's getting position. He's taking his time, not being rushed in what he wants to do offensively. And that's going to be something that can be very vital for Portland tonight.
Johnson holding on to it in the corner as Alcorn State has now missed 11 of their last 12 shots. Wintering
nice
finds
find.
Presley again for three, and again he knocks it down.
Man, find the hot hand right now. Just give it to Bryce right now. I think that's just a game plan. Just give it to Bryce and let him do what he's going to do and knock down threes.
Pilots have now hit 5 of their last 6. Lead extended to 21. Willett has the ball deflected and another turnover. Wintering wanted some help. Now passes it underneath, finds Todd, who lays it in. A beautiful feed from Wintering.
Nice little patience right there. Watch how he gets this. Comes down, looks, see who's trailing the play. Nice. I'm going to just set it up nicely for Jason right.
Parents, be sure to sign up your kids for the U.S. Bank Pilots Kids Club today for a special discounted membership. Kids Club members receive an exclusive Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to all but one Pilots home game, a membership card, and much more, all for only $10. For more information, visit portlandpilots.com/Kids Club. The Pilots Kids Club is brought to you by U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. Alcorn State has struggled here in the last 7 or 8 minutes of the first half.
And they're coming out right now looking like they're just not in continuity out there on the floor. Like coming out of a timeout, you need to have an established plan, an exact play, knowing what you're trying to get. Guys going all over the place and scrambling for that last bucket. That's not a good thing for success right there.
Pilots lead now trimmed to 21. Here's the fadeaway, and that's good. Knocking it down is Rashad Jackson with his first bucket of the game.
That was a nice pull-up right there. Takes his time coming off, doesn't have a lane, pulls up. Nice little elbow shot.
Hampton backs it out.
Look at this. I mean, they're just passing it around on the outside and jacking up shots.
And that one falls as Malachi Omudigwu. I knew I'd messed it up at least once tonight.
Well, everybody has to have a little challenge tonight.
And it looked like they might have gotten away with one there, and Jackson was able to knock it down.
It's good to see him get off to a nice start tonight. just to build up some confidence out there, see a couple of shots going in. Now we'll see what that can do for his confidence down the stretch of this game.
Another three-pointer is no good. That was short. And fighting for the rebound is the big man, and they called no. There's not a timeout. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half as Portland leading Alcorn State 45-23, as they've had quite a bit of success shooting here lately. And for the Braves, they've hit a couple of shots to snap a 21-5 run.
They definitely have to come out. Let's see what they come out to with this after this timeout. You want to see a little bit more penetration. Portland's playing a zone. You can't stand around on the outside. There you go. Get inside.
And the foul is on Hartwich. He looked pretty confused with that call.
But that's what Alcorn State has to do. When you get into the heart of a zone defense, bad things happen on the defensive end because everybody has to collapse down.
Wintering pushing the floor, crosses over, and a three from Marshall on the way, no good as it rims out. Tyson right there for the rebound. And a foul is going to send Tyson to the line for free throws.
I believe they're both in the bonus right now, right?
Yeah, they are. And look at that differential in the shooting percentage. 64% for the Pilots here through the first 17 minutes of game. Just 30% for Alcorn State.
And it's really just because Alcorn State is shooting a lot of contested threes instead of getting into the paint, trying to find ways to get guys in rhythm shots as opposed to taking contested one-on-one shots.
Marshall called for the foul there as he tried to reach over. And Coach Reveno wants an explanation.
See, as Portland, you don't want to give Alcorn State any kind of free baskets right now, anything to give them any kind of rhythms. You definitely want to make sure that you're stopping them, keeping them keeping them in front of you, making them take the contested shots that they've been taking because they've shown that they can't beat you from the outside. So now you have to continue being the aggressor on the defensive end.
Neither team has been to the line much here in the first half. Just a combined 7 free throws between the two teams. Free throw attempts, that is. Tyson around a screen. Now Marshall the free throw line. From the corner, three-pointer is good as DeMarcus Tyson knocks it down.
And see, look at the difference of how Portland is getting their threes as opposed to Alcorn State right now. Alcorn State is getting a lot of contested one-on-one threes. Portland on that last possession, nice driving kick, simple basketball, finding somebody for the open shot.
And the teardrop there from Devontae Hampton. That's been his signature shot tonight.
He has to do a lot more of that. He has the gift. He has the ability. He needs to be, especially as a senior, he needs to take a little bit more assertiveness on the offensive end for his team.
Jackson's three no good, and the lob pass underneath, and the lay-in from Marshall.
You know, it's so funny how Alec really makes being a point guard look so easy. Just finding guys, I know where this guy's at. Let me just toss it up here. Get another assist.
23-point lead here for the Pilots. 2:10 to go here. A long three-pointer from the top of the key, and he drains it. Devontae Hampton.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If you got the hot hand on your team, why not just go for it? You got to make sure that your team has something to want to play for. You're the senior two out there. You want to make sure you're being very aggressive.
Speaking of aggressive, the shot no good there. Hampton has a game-high 13 points for the Braves. Hampton controlling the offense. Long three-pointer from Johnson, and he knocks it down. The Alcorn State Braves on a 6-0 run here over the last 40 seconds of basketball. Have trimmed it to a 50-33 game here with a minute and a half to go in the first half. Three-point shot is good, and that run is quickly erased by Tyson.
Look at this nice little pass coming off of that down screen that was set for Tyson. coming out, hits a nice wide open three.
18 to shoot. Runner in the lane, no good, high off the glass. And getting his own rebound. Dangerous pass into the backcourt. Wow. Now a wide open look, but he passes up the shot, and the runner no good. Fighting for it, trying to rip it away from the big man, but Moreno will use his strength to control the basketball.
Great job right there, having a nice securement on the rebound. Nice down screen coming off, rhythm shot. Great possession right there by Portland. Great possession.
Tyson drains another one. He's got 12 points to tie Presley for a team high. Now with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Vance, who's been quiet, spins around, puts the shot in, no good, and a traveling violation. We talked about that matchup before the game with Vance. He has been very quiet tonight, held scoreless.
Yeah, Portland's been doing a great job of keeping him on the perimeter, not letting him get on the inside, which is really where his strength relies.
15 on the game clock. Shot clock has been turned off. Down to 10 as the Pilots are going to hold for the last shot of the half. Down to 5. Marshall, he's fouled on his way up.
Great job right there by Jarrell, recognizing the mismatch, taking his time, getting into the paint, just letting his natural ability do the rest of the work.
That's the third personal on Henderson.
Jarrell Marshall at the line to shoot 2.
Marshall's first free throw is good.
Nice, and that's surprising. This is only their third free throw. That was their third free throw attempt of the first half. So
well, 20 of their 35 attempts have been from beyond the arc.
So that
in the first half.
That's a three-point shooting team right there.
Long half-court shot is no good, and that's how the against Oregon Tech. And the 58 points in the first half is 8 more than the Pilots scored in the second half of that game, which was the most points they had scored in a half to this point.
Man, and they're definitely trying to eclipse that, and it looks like it by the pressure they're trying to come out with right now on the defensive end. And you like to see that coming out of a halftime break. You want to make sure that you set the tone, get yourself going defensively.
And a quick 2, and that's actually the first 2 points of the game for Marquise Vance, who's the leading scorer for Alcorn State.
Yeah, and Portland's done a good job on him tonight, too, and that's something, just a testament to what they've done all night.
Taylor drives the baseline, but can't get the shot to go, but a foul, and it's DeAndre Davis holding his face there. I don't know if he got poked in the eye or something, but he does not look like he's having the most comfortable time out there right now.
He definitely looks like he caught an elbow coming down on his face right there that maybe caught him in the nose.
And to add insult to injury, he's also charged with a foul.
Oh, man, not a double whammy.
Nice little inbound pass, the lob no good, and they can't convert.
You would like to see Max finish that one right there. Nice look inside, though, on that play.
Backing down his man, the shot no good as Johnson can't get it to go, and the Pilots' paint defense continues to impress. Press Iowenu.
See, those are the kind of plays Moreno definitely has to make sure that he finishes strong, because those are key plays that can definitely come back to haunt you at the end of the game.
Head fake as Henderson thought about the 3 for a minute. Can't do anything with it. Now a long three-pointer on the way. Bounces off the back of the iron as Hampton can't convert. And Wintering, nice little behind the back pass. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Moreno can't get the putback to go. And Johnson pushes it back the other way. Nearly stolen away. A beautiful pass goes up off the glass, lays it in.
Getting up and down a little bit, getting a little scrappy. This is a way that Alcorn State wants to play. They want to make this game kind of chaotic, make it wild, get Portland sped up a little bit more than what they used to, and then they can give themselves a chance.
Hampton now at the game high 15 points. Has the lead trimmed to 21. Lob pass is good on the beautiful feed there for Taylor with the finish.
Nice setup play right there. Nice patience right there, making sure they're setting the screens, Nice finish right there by Max right there too.
Henderson.
See, it's looking like Alcorn State is doing a little bit more motion offense, getting guys moving a little bit more, putting themselves in better positions. As you just see, a nice finish right there.
And a gritty bucket there from Davis, who was triple teamed and still found a way to get it in.
And that's just, and Alcorn State has to keep up this ball movement. They got to keep up the job that they're doing.
Foul on the floor.
Alcorn State foul number 5.
And look at that beautiful feed there as Taylor gets the 2. And they're scoring in all kinds of different ways tonight.
It looks like Coach Rev is going with a quick lineup change, get some energy out there. He wants guys out there who's going to play hard and play hard the entire time, not taking any plays off.
Taylor trying to back down his defender, puts it up, the scoop shot no good. Good look though, but the rebound pulled down by Owenu. Now in transition, they'll slow things down.
See, you want to hear a little bit more talking on the defensive end. It's kind of quiet in here. You shouldn't be hearing a lot of people talking and a lot of cheerleading going on. You should be hearing everything that's going on the floor.
And Hampton unforced turnover there. As the ball will go back over to the Pilots. 10th turnover for Alcorn State as they settle down after having 7 turnovers in the first 10 minutes or so of this game and only have 3 since. Pass stolen away. They have numbers. Here's Jazz Johnson with it with the feed to Todd. Puts it up, and it is no good but a foul. As Hampton was trying to draw the charge, instead he'll get the blocking foul.
Oh, that could have been a tough one right there. Definitely looked like he was there in place, but ref, I guess, felt he was moving up under him as he was going up in the air on that layup.
That is the single toughest call an official has to make in basketball.
It really is, because sometimes it all depends on when the guy gets the basketball, if he's already in his motion, everything plays into account for that. So definitely you feel for the refs on those kind of calls too.
Todd knocks down the first free throw. Pilots have just 3 points here through the first 3.5 minutes of this second half. Todd's second free throw is good.
Ready to step up, knock down some free throws. Looks like both teams are doing a lot of exchanging right now. It's a lot of subbing, getting some fresh bodies in.
Vance tries to cross over, and the big man showing some handles. Beautiful dish underneath to Willett for the 2.
And seeing Alcorn State is now what they're doing is they're getting inside the paint. They're getting good looks on the inside. And now Portland needs to, there you go.
Marshall knocks down the turnaround Jay and lead back up to 23.
Now let's see if Portland can get a stop right here, or if Alcorn State can continue to capitalize on getting to the paint.
Pass underneath is tipped. Here's Johnson with it, trying to push it. Now gets it off over to Tyson, who goes up off the glass, lays it in.
Great pass right there by Jazz. Way to get out and run. DeMarcus, he filled out that lane. Under control on that finish too, which is what you like.
Vance's shot is tipped away, and Hartwich will control.
Wow, Hartwich was behind on that play and still blocked that shot. That's
Tyson's
how tall he
shot is good off the feed from Jazz Johnson.
Nice.
And Tyson knocks down another 3. And Jazz Johnson, who coming into tonight had 4 assists and 11 turnovers, has 4 assists and no turnovers.
That's what you love to see. That's what you want to see, especially from your point guard, especially coming off the bench. Coming in, you're running a team, you're setting guys up. We know that you can score. Now let's see if you can set everybody else up.
A foul called, so Reginald Johnson will head to the free throw. And that's what we talked about far, and we were mentioning a minute ago, Darren, that for Jazz Johnson, turnovers were his biggest issue so far. 11 turnovers entering tonight to just 4 assists. Well, tonight he's got 4 assists and no turnovers, and that's great improvement so far just through one half of basketball.
Definitely, and that's what we were saying. You want to make sure that you're building up your young point guard at that, because this guy, he's going to have to, there's going to be games that Alec can't play the entire game. He's going to have to come in, contribute, make sure that he can sustain the leadership and the passing abilities that Alec does share.
And a kicked ball. And I remember specifically you saying the other night, hey, we know this kid can score.
Definitely.
It's the development and all the other things that come along with it.
Definitely, and that's just something that it comes with time. And like I said, every freshman is different.
Here's Johnson with a great move, pulls up, it's good. Right on cue, Jazz Johnson knocks it down.
See, I mean, he scores so effortlessly that it's like he doesn't even have to worry about that part of his game. He just has to worry about learning how to develop as a point guard on a college D1 level.
The lob pass was swatted away and right off the foot of Hartwich. And look, he is a lanky 7 feet tall as we take a look at Johnson's pull-up jumper again.
That's textbook right there. Nice one dribble pull-up. Sweet money.
And another steal on the inbound. A turnover, the 12th of the game for the Braves. Cross-court pass, Johnson, wide open three, knocks it down. Jazz Johnson again, 5 straight points for the freshman, and the Pilots have opened up a 30-point lead, their largest of the game.
Great look, great push ahead by DeMarcus, finding Max on the wing, and Max just found him on that opposite wing, trailing. Nice, easy basketball.
Going up with it, and it's knocked away from Marshall. Here's Johnson back with it the other way. Crosses over now, passes into the corner, a three-pointer from
That's
Tyson,
heat check.
no
That's
good.
that was a heat check shot right there. Tyson, he's hit the last few threes he shot. Hey, I'm okay with him taking that one as a shooter to another one. Hey, go ahead and let that one go.
The flames coming off the hand like the old NBA Jam game.
Definitely, that was the game right there.
Foul going to be called on the floor. 13 three-pointers tonight for the Portland Pilots. And as we mentioned at halftime, they only had, well, their max last year, their team high was 10. 13 tonight is 3 away from tying the school record set back in 2009 of 16 against Idaho.
That's very, very within reach tonight, the way these guys are shooting and the kind of scores that they have out there. I mean, you have literally 3 to 4 guys out there literally that can knock down a three at any given moment, even if it's contested. That's pretty scary for the defense.
Johnson jump stop going to be called for a, no, it wasn't a travel. Looked like they were going to make that signal, but a foul's going to be called on Johnson.
And seeing what typically happens with those kind of calls and things, if you're the aggressor on the road, usually the ref will start to give you those kind of calls if you're being aggressive trying to get to the basket. But since Alcorn State has been very timid and just passing around, they haven't established that identity tonight, so it's been tough for them to get those calls.
Marshall trying to finish it back the other way after the steal. He's fouled as Tyquan Smith commits the personal.
As you see on this drive right here, Jarrell goes in, goes straight for the body, but that's because Portland has established an identity tonight of trying to go to the basket. We're going to be aggressive, and the refs are just rewarding them.
And that got started by the long arms of Marshall getting in there and coming up with the steal. And now he is rewarded on the other end with a couple of free throws.
Man, stretch Marshall right there. Them arms just seem like they just keep going and going and going and going.
There's one thing about this Portland team. They have a lot of length.
They do. They do. And that's the thing that's going to, I think, can surprise a lot of teams because they can play multiple guys at multiple positions and guard pretty much 1 through 4 with any of their 1 through 4 lineup. So it's really interesting to see how they can really match up with other teams. Yes, they are undersized, but as you know, Golden State, you see this year,
Sure.
You can play with an undersized lineup if guys do what they're supposed to.
And Marshall, who was just 1 for 4 from the line entering tonight, is 4 for 4 from the line this evening.
Looks like Coach Rev been having those guys do a little bit more free throw shooting in these last practices they've been having.
Now, considering they were shooting under 60% for the year, I would imagine that would be one of his points of focus.
Yeah, definitely.
Just swatted away again by the length of
right
Marshall. Loses control of it in the backcourt, so Alcorn State will control as they trail by 34, their largest deficit of the game. Vance out on the wing. Still only has 2 points tonight. Kicks it out to the corner. Nice little touch pass over to Omodigwu. Shot no good and goes over to Omodigwu. That's a long-range three, no good. And a high-arcing rebound pulled down by Davis.
See, and that's the key when you're doing a zone. You guys got to box out, and Alcorn State just has to capitalize. But an unforced turnover right there, that's just a lazy pass.
Trying to throw it to a cheerleader.
I'm sorry, but she's not on your team out there.
Yeah.
I know she's in purple, but yeah, she's not on the team right now.
It's another shift change here for the Pilots as Johnson and Tyson get a well-deserved rest.
Let's see how this lineup goes. Having Bryce bringing the ball up, running the show.
Pass underneath to Russell, we haven't seen much of tonight. Marshall back underneath. Down to 9 to shoot. Jackson spins around, finds Marshall with 5 to shoot. Doesn't realize how much time is left now, pulls up, puts it up, no good. And it's tipped and comes down with it is Hampton. Cross-court pass to the near side, and the pull-up jumper is good. Clutch shot there from Patrick Owenu.
Nice shot right there. You just definitely want to see Alcorn State get it together a little bit more defensively. See if they can find guys to be a little bit more scrappy. Stop letting Portland get to where they want to, like plays like that.
Presley's shot was no good. It's loose on the floor, and it was saved by Hampton, who's been all over the place tonight.
Yes, he has, and he has to do a little bit more of that.
Thought about it a couple of times, now gives it up.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got to take advantage of that. You get Marshall off the floor. Got to drive by him.
And a foul underneath. That's on Colin Russell. I know a lot of fans very happy about that.
Definitely, you'd like to see a tournament like this happen, especially back in Portland, a place where basketball is just loved, and it's going to be an exciting time to see a lot of great teams there too.
This is one of my favorite weekends of the year with all the other tournaments going on around college hoops.
Yes, definitely. I said we'll have the Les Schwab up here in Oregon too, so there'll be a lot of great basketball going on.
At the high post now, bring it down underneath. A nice shot goes in there from Owenu, who is making a little bit of noise here in the second half. Awkward looking pass underneath, but here's the kick out now to the walk-on Xavier Hallinan. Into the corner now for Todd. Taylor, cross-court pass. Here's Presley. And his foot was out of bounds when he caught the basketball.
Just not knowing where you are on the floor. That's all that was. But it was a great setup play right there. Nice flare. Looked like he had a nice length to the basket too.
6 turnovers for the Pilots tonight to 20 assists, and I think Coach Rev will take that.
Man, that's just great right there. That's a great problem to have right there. You can't turn over the ball enough to keep up with your assists. That's just beautiful.
Working around his screen, the pass underneath, can't control it as Davis wasn't ready for it. Here's Hallinan trying to push the floor, goes up, rejected. Back now with it is Barreno with the cleaning up of the garbage.
I think he was even surprised on that. He was like, oh, there's a basketball around my feet. Let me put this back up.
9.5 to go here in the second half, and a 32-point lead for the Pilots. Their largest is 34. Now underneath, going up with it. Shot no good, tipped around a couple of times. It's still loose, finally coming down with it, going up off the glass. It's good in the foul, as once again Owenu with 2 more. He's got 13.
Just finding himself around the basketball. Tip drill right here. Tip drill going up. Use the basket as protection. Comes out on the other side. Nice finish right there with the left.
So Owenu will head to the free throw line where he is 3 of 4 tonight. Make that 4 of 5. As he's got 16 now. Hallinan gives it up to Taylor, finds Wittering, cutting to the basket, lays it in. A beautiful feed and a pretty two.
Nice setup right there on that backdoor cut. You can kind of see that it was coming, and Alec did a great job setting his man up on the defensive end.
Everybody saw that developing, but the guys in purple and gold. Lead back up to 31. And a foul on the floor. They're trying to figure out if that's enough for the bonus. And indeed it is.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Juwan Henderson at the line to shoot 1, plus the bonus.
So Juwan Henderson, the sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, makes the first one.
Nice, and he's been working hard tonight too, and you can just see it on his face. He's been working hard on the defensive end, trying to get guys involved, keep the offensive rolling, and you know your hats go off to point guards that just work hard like that too.
Knocks down both free throws as the lead cut to 29. Wittering drives the baseline, goes up, and does all the work himself for the two.
Nice little finish right there by Alec. Just turned the corner just with his hips. Finished.
Alcorn State quickly responds. Hallinan pushes it up to Todd. Lob pass to Taylor. Now turns around. Shot is off the front of the rim.
I like that shot, though. I like that shot. That was a nice little patience. Had his feet up under him. Nice balance.
Down to 8 minutes to go in the game with the Pilots up by 29. Three-pointer no good. And the rebound goes right out to Henderson. Down to Reginald Johnson. Turns around. Left-hand hook is good.
Nice little power move right there. Portland needs to just be careful not to let Alcorn State get a little bit of momentum, because it looks like they're picking up a lot of momentum right now.
Todd swings it right now into the corner for Hallinan. Finds Taylor cutting, and it's going to be ripped out of his hands and a held ball. Great defensive play there by Willett. And exclusively on the W.TV. Pilots leading this one 82-55 with 7:36 to go here in the second half. As they try and finish this quick two-game homestand over the course of 3 days, 2-0. Ball's loose, and it's picked up by Johnson. Johnson's got nobody in front of him, and the ball is swatted from behind as he couldn't hold on to it, and then the foul with the continuation, and Owenu's going to head to the free throw line as Johnson was a little out of control there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Couldn't get his handle on the ball right there. You just kind of like wish that maybe he just had a little bit more together with his ball handling right there. Could have had a nice little finish, possibly even an and one.
As Reginald Johnson sets that up, and Owenu's free throw is good. And then realize most of our younger viewers won't get what I'm going to say here, but when I see Reginald Johnson, I think of Reginald Vell Johnson, Carl Winslow, also from Die Hard.
Yeah, Family Matters.
Yep.
Oh man, just they wouldn't know nothing about that. Steve Urkel,
Al Powell. Turning around, no, the shot's tipped away, and it's loose on the floor, still loose, and Portland's going to come away with it with a friendly roll. Going up with it for the two, it's good, and the foul as Todd will try and convert the three-point play.
Get the three the old-fashioned way right here. Wasn't pretty, but hey, you'll take it though, right?
His first personal 15 foul on the Braves.
Todd, a quiet 9 points tonight.
Very quiet. I thought he had probably a lot more than that. He's been very active, getting to the basket, getting to the heart of the defense, posting up, defending actually pretty well because he's been guarding. Vincent most of the night tonight too. So it was interesting to see him against Vincent tonight.
Hampton calls out the play, and he'll be fouled on the floor by Johnson. And that'll be free throws for the Braves. While the Pilots will head to Corpus Christi this week, so will Alcorn State. They're going to take on Oakland. And that will be a 10 a.m. Pacific time with a noon local time. First free throw good.
Oakland tends to be pretty good too. They definitely have a nice, nice program out there too. So that should be definitely an interesting game to see.
Second free throw is good, and looking forward to seeing UTEP coached by Tim Floyd, former USC coach,
right.
led by former Duck Dominic Artis.
Man, that's the one I'm gonna definitely be trying to keep an eye on. So be interesting to see how Coach Floyd, you know, is running with his new team now.
Here's Tyson, turns around, knocks down the three. He's got 20, and that's 14 three-pointers tonight for the Pilots.
There we go. And I'm a shooter, so, you know, I'm loving this three-point game right now, and I really want them to set this record. I mean, yeah, we can get a couple of layups, but I want to see about 18 threes tonight. I want to see about 18.
Let's see that record. And then the team there, as we take a look here at the three, just Tyson has been on fire tonight with 20 points. He's got 7 of those 14 threes. He's got half.
Man, he's just coming off in such a nice rhythm, nice smooth shot too. It's beautiful to watch him shoot. Him, Bryce, these guys just have smooth looking shots, and it's really nice to watch.
Tyson with it. He's actually got 6 threes, 7 field goals made. He'd have more than 20 points if he had 7 threes tonight.
Man, right?
I didn't bring my abacus. They work it up top. Now here is Tyson. Loses it on the floor, and a foul's going to be called. And the team that the Pilots are going to see on Friday, Colorado State, coached by Larry Eustace, former Iowa State and Southern Miss head coach. There's some power coaches in that tournament next weekend.
And it's going to be a test for Portland too, because they've won these games, the games that they've had against these smaller schools. And it's going to be interesting to see how they can bounce back, you know, after playing like a UC Davis, after playing teams like that, to see, okay, we need to understand that we have to stay true to our principles and make sure that we don't get out of character even when we're on the road.
Marshall looking for help. Tyson's got the hot hand. He rims it out. And the putback no good as Livingston goes up with it, but it'll head to the line for free throws. And the Pilots have only attempted 9 free throws tonight.
Well, I mean, when you're shooting like they are from that three-point line, 14 for 27, over 50% from the three-point line. I guess there's no real need to go to the free throw line, I guess.
27 of their 58 shots have been from downtown.
Wow. You know what? Where was this kind of offense when I was here with Coach Rev? Man, these guys put up shots. But it's great because this is the kind of team that they have. They're playing to their strengths. They're not big on the inside like they have been in past times. So they're definitely playing to their strengths, and their strength is definitely on the perimeter.
Just over 5 minutes to go with the Pilots up 27. Puts up the off-balance shot. It was deflected away, but a foul's going to be called on Russell. Well, if you're disappointed that you didn't get to play in this offense, at least be happy you didn't play in the Big Ten.
Yeah, right. Because that Big Ten, boy, that was
you gotta love those 44 to 40 finals between Illinois and Purdue.
Illinois and Purdue, Michigan State, grind out wins of 50 to 49.
The leading scorer has 9 points. So Tyson's going to get a much-deserved rest with his 20 points to lead all scorers tonight.
Oh, man, I thought Coach Rev would have tried to leave him in, let the hot hand keep firing up.
Free throw was good. (87-61). And the 20, by the way, is a new season high for Tyson.
Nice.
His career high was 25. Jackson over to Johnson. Thought about the three. Now double pumps. Misses short. And Jackson comes away with the board. Nearly stolen away by Onwudigwu. Three-pointer on the way. No good. That's short as well. As Johnson's just trying to get to that record.
He is, and that's all right. You know, those are great shots right there, coming out on off of offensive rebound, stepping into rhythm shots. Hey, you just got to step up and knock them down.
So Johnson will check back in for Onwudigwu, and Johnson's a little easier for me to say, so I'm happy about that.
Man, that's the
And
second
another
person.
turnover.
Second person. Bryce did it earlier in the game, and now Rashard Jackson just Rashard just did it that time.
Still only the 8th turnover for the Pilots. To 23 assists.
Oh.
Nearly a turnover, and it is a turnover back for the Pilots the other way. Here is Jackson, lays it up and in.
Nice finish right there. Way to get to the rim. Playing active, flying around. You gotta love it, especially from these freshmen right now. This is the time that they can get a lot of experience, a lot of game experience too, and just getting a feel for some confidence out there.
Left-hand bank shot, no good. Jackson with a new career high, 6 points. As Jazz Johnson pulls up from the free throw line, the runner rims in.
Nice.
91-61, the Pilots on top.
Jazz is just playing a very nice, complete, solid game tonight, and it's things that you love to see, especially from your freshman point guard, taking care of business, growing up in front of your eyes too.
Long three-pointer on the way. Johnson can't hit it. And it's pulled down by Marshall. Marshall pushing tempo. Here's Jackson, slowing things down a little bit. Down to 3:15 to go in the game. And Marshall's shot is no good, but he's fouled. The Pilots at 91 points, just 7 off the pace of their highest scoring total of bullets, with 14 three-pointers, just 2 off the pace set by the 2009 Pilots against Idaho. But with a 30-point lead and 3:14 to go, I don't know how many threes they're going to attempt at this point.
I don't either, but, you know, I wouldn't be mad at them if they did, but, you know, I'm not their coach, so awesome.
Marshall knocks down the shot. He's got 11. Now, these are also some guys they're going to see down in Texas in a few days, in the hotel lobby and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Marshall now into the corner. And Jackson will go up with it. His shot was partially deflected. And a foul away from the ball.
Great drive right there by Rashard. Definitely you like the aggressiveness, getting to the basket. Right there, you just got to take your time, take that bump, and now elevate or drop it down to your big fella right there. But he'll learn that. He'll learn that as he keeps playing, getting more game experience out there, learning how to get a feel for where defenders are coming from and where his teammates are going to be.
Willett makes his first free throw. So tonight, Jarrell Marshall has a new career high with 11 points. His previous career high was 9. That was on Sunday night. And also, as I mentioned, Rashad Jackson with a new career high of 6.
Nice.
And of course, just 5 games into their University of Portland careers. Sure, they'll eclipse that. Hallinan's fouled hard, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Nice sound, little pull up right there. You like that move, show the ball, go straight up. Let that defender run into the back of you.
And the free throw rims out.
Ooh, getting back. These are the things that the coaches are going to pay attention, show the guys in the locker room when they're watching film tomorrow. Hey, we got to finish out these games, close out strong, learn how to finish strong. Even though, yes, I know it's at the end of a game, it looks like we have this one, but there's still little things that you want to make sure that you're sending a statement as you're playing all the way through to the last buzzer.
Down to 2:40 and counting. Vance, who's been very quiet today with just 4 points, puts up the runner in the lane, no good, and a whistle on the floor. Vance tonight is just 2 of 8 shooting.
Yeah, they're just making it difficult for him, and it's just been a tough night for him. And you feel for the guy like that, especially because when a team is just loading up against you, there's only so much you can do. And that's when you do have to have your teammates step up And that's why it's not 1-on-5, it's 5-on-5. That miss right there.
Winner with 19 points, trying to equal Tyson's 20. And he does.
Knocks it down. 1 of 2.
Lead is 30. Their largest lead of the game was 34 at the 13-13 mark of the second half. Swung into the corner. And fake now to Jackson, who launches a 3. It's good.
We right at that ring.
Number 15.
Come on, baby. I need a couple more of them.
Jackson now has 9 points with 2 minutes to go.
Come on, it's the rainy city. You got to let it rain. You got to let it rain.
Katambusi not really in much of a hurry.
Oh, you would think they would. Trying to.
And it's going to be stolen away, and a great defensive effort there by Jackson.
That was about to be highlight city right there. Man, I wanted him to get that one. That kid can explode.
Either way, it's another turnover.
Man, is that 18 turnovers tonight?
See Vance's numbers tonight. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and Vance bearing a strong resemblance to another former Alcorn State Brave, the late Steve McNair, in both size, and they look a lot alike too.
They really do look identical. It is kind of scary.
Here's a pass up top for Hallinan. Head fake. Maybe we've gotten away from the travel there. And Jazz Johnson now to Hallinan with 10 seconds left to shoot. He might have to be taking 3 here. Three-pointer on the way is going to be short. And a shot clock violation. How often do you see back-to-back shot clock violations from each team?
You know, when there's a lot of young kids out there, actually you see it pretty often.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody wants to be that person that jacks up a shot. Nobody wants to be the one that takes a bad possession. So it can happen very often, especially when you have a lot of young guys out there.
Down to 1:05 left in this one. And the ball goes off the fingers of Willett, but he holds on to it, turns around. Katambusi dribbles it back up near midcourt with 8 seconds to shoot. And he'll drive, pull up just inside the line, shot no good, but Johnson right there for the rebound and the stuff from Hartwich. And the putback no good, still bouncing around, and Johnson there finally for the putback. About a 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so the Pilots won't be able to run it out. As Hallinan will pass it up over to Livingston. Putting the shot up, it's swatted away. Now to Hallinan, who thought about the 3. And they will have to take at least one more shot here. Down to 5 to shoot. Out to Jackson, drives. Has it stripped out of his hands, and he'll head to the free throw. 3-pointers hit in one game, but 15's not bad. It's okay.
That's pretty good, especially when you're going 15 for 31.
Yeah.
Just under 50% as a team.
This team was number 8 in the entire country. Everybody in Division I at 3-pointers made going into tonight. I'm sure they are a little bit higher up in those rankings right now.
Definitely. And it's a testament to the work that these guys have put in this summer, too. And in practice, too. These guys really put up a lot of shots, and they really stay in this gym, and you're seeing it pay off in these games.
Jackson's free throw, he hit the first one, not the second one. And with 3 seconds left in the game, Alcorn State is going to let the final few seconds of the clock run out. And that is going to do it. The final score here from the Child Center, 97-65. As the Portland Pilots will improve to 3-2, and the Alcorn